Mm-hmm. Yep. Once again, it's about that time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another fantabulous edition of Tuesday Night Live Streams. Got a real unique one here in the bag for you tonight. Something really neat to look at. We have a new homebrew game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And if you watch the show regularly, and I hope you do, you know that's something that I really get into. We're looking at Netscape from Con Games. We are joined tonight by Kevin Hanley, the brains behind this unique product. We've got puzzles to solve tonight. I don't know if we're going to get out of this thing alive. We're going to be depending on you, the viewers, to kind of help us out with this kind of stuff. We're going to see what we can do about this thing. We're going to talk about all things puzzle games, but specifically this puzzle game. And what we've got going on, we're joined by the Ice Pirate. Welcome, Ice. So, you know, they jump right in here. You know, they jump right in on this thing. You got a puzzle right out of the gate. It is optional, but who's not going to try to solve that, right? And I was on this for a minute, and I was actually on the right track when I first tried to figure it out, but I was a little bit off. So before we get into the game, first of all, I want to thank Kevin Hanley for the opportunity to review this fantastic game on the show. It's been my pleasure to do so. But I want to ask you, the viewers, what is the answer to this riddle? And Jim's Retro Zone is here, and he can't stay long because he's on lunch, and he's going to lurk here until he's got to go, and maybe he can help us solve this puzzle. But when you're getting into this game, you've got to figure out, well, like I said, it's optional, you don't have to, but let's do it. Think starting the game, think startup, okay? What might this be? Trenton Adams says, is it all black for anyone else? Well, I certainly hope not. So we got B, T, and F on the first one we can pick from. O, A, E. You don't have a ton. Jim says, I doubt it. Come on, Jim. We're counting on you, man. It's not Boshi. I'll give you a hint. I thought this was a neat way to fire the game off, though. Ice says he's not the guy to ask to solve puzzles. So, let's see here. I'm making sure that, yeah, it looks good on my end. So, Trenton, maybe just go back out and come back in. See if it loads up for you. I figured it had to be begin. That was the only letters that it would make up. But I kept getting to this point, and I was like, well, all there is this upside down question mark. So it can't be begin. Well, it was totally begin. Apparently that's an I. I didn't know that. I guess it could be used as such. It's a wild card. So I will tell you, when I got into this part of the game, I started thinking about a few things. I want to talk about the things that I thought about when I played this game. We discussed it a little bit in the review, but reviews don't need to be too breathtakingly long. We have time to discuss this tonight, and we'll totally do it. First thing I thought of here was Haunted House on the Atari 2600, Sans and I. But, you know, I knew right away that you got to find a light source, and we're on a time frame here. But I was really starting to get nervous because I couldn't find the switch. But see, you get around there, and all of a sudden it turns to a cursor. You hit the button, and you find the light switch. Now, I haven't done a lot in this game. I've looked around, I've toured the room, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to solve some puzzles tonight. Right away, we see that we've got some items to pick up, and we're going to get those. And by all means, yeah, any questions you have for Kevin while he's here about this or any other upcoming projects that they may be working on, fire away. I'm honestly interested to see what else they do and what else they have done at this point, because again, we're all about some homebrews right here on the MC Mer Show. We played some wacky ones, some good ones, some okay ones, some unfinished ones, but great concept ones, all kind of different ones. Kevin says I've been making NES games since 2009. Man, I'd be interested to see what else you've done. Maybe I've played something you've done and didn't know it. I don't know. There's a lot of A lot of Brood ROMs going out there, but they're usually off actual characters and properties. Actual made games, I'm interested in checking out more of that. We got a flashlight. We got a hairdryer. Not much we can do with that in this room that I know of yet. So as you look around, you see some things, right? This was most intriguing to me. It was one of these little puzzle doohickeys, and you've probably played with these at least once in your life. I know that I've got to find a marble somewhere in order to play this, because there's not a ball here. Lucky Collectors joined us. Welcome LC to TNL. Great to have you on the scene. Anybody just joining us, make sure that you drop a like on this video, because that helps the channel, puts this out there, helps promote that, and of course, there's more than one reason for that this time. I want to make sure people know about this fantastic product if this is something they want to get involved in. There is a link to the Con Games website in the description of this video for anybody interested in any of the things that they've got going. Kevin says a lot of my previous games have been ports of games that weren't released on the NES. Frogger, great. Sneak and Peek was a good... Leisure Suit Larry? What? I'm going to have to ask you to back up right there. If there's a Leisure Suit Larry homebrew, we immediately need to find out where that is and how I can play it. I was big on the Sierra games coming up, you know, and that was one of them that I probably shouldn't have been playing at that age, but I learned a lot from Leisure Suit Larry. A lot of kids did. E.T. was awesome. It doesn't deserve the heckling that it gets. That's a whole other episode. So, you know, when the cursor changed to the magnifying glass, you can engage whatever that is. And we know that we need a key for this drawer, more than likely, or some item to get in it that we don't have yet. We've got the flashlight. And we can start looking around at some of the different rooms. E.T. is awesome. The whole, what is it, Game Over? What was that special they did on it? That was really awesome. Larry Laffer is the bomb. And yeah, again, this game kind of throws me back to old hidden object or point and click games. Like we talked about in the review with those other ones too. There were so many because that was just a popular genre at the time. Especially on the computer. You didn't see so much of this on home console, but this was big for computer games. This one was interesting to me. We have this lockbox and we can spell words, or we can try. And I don't know what the answer is. Maybe you can see all these puzzles. You're not necessarily going to know how to solve them right away. But that's what you guys are here to do. You're here to help me out. Okay? Now, we've got this flashlight. Definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, my first way to play games was my Atari 1040 ST. So, Sierra was it, man. All the Quest games. King's Quest, Space Quest, Police Quest. Leisure Suit Larry was off the hook. And then lots of point and clicks, hidden object stuff here and there, a lot of role-playing stuff. Again, more heavy-duty mouse action. So, and we'll be looking at all that too in our vintage computing series as time progresses, because there's so many great games on those lost, forgotten platforms that I'm afraid people probably missed. You know, and you need to find a way to either play, emulate, purchase, get to them however you get to them. There's a clock here, and we can set the clock. Maybe we can set it to 2 minutes to midnight. A great chiptune composer named Travis Nelson did the music. We'll have to check him out. Chiptunes are great in any format. Always fun to hear. Captain Retro has joined us. Welcome, Captain, the captain that makes it happen. So we can turn on the flashlight. And when we do in the dark room, we set off the first series of clues here on a puzzle. And it's important to note we only have an hour, but we only do for our live stream anyway, so this is actually the perfect fit for our show. We got to remember that symbol because you are going to see it again. We're just going to leave the flashlight on for a minute because there's a picture in each room. Okay. I kind of did figure out this puzzle, but I'm still trying to figure them out. So if you notice, the pictures are of precedingly older characters. There was a baby in the first one. There's a little boy in this one. So you're looking for a pattern developed there. The King of Pickups. Trenton Adams says, what is this game called again? This is Nescape, as in NES and Escape. And again, anybody that wants to purchase this or any of the other great things it looks like they've got going on, there is a link to congames.com in the description of this video. I plan to certainly check out some of the other things that they've done, especially now that you got me talking about Leisure Suit Larry and the possibility of you doing something that has anything to do with such. That sounds absolutely off the hook. I think we're getting a new Leisure Suit Larry game soon. And I think it was coming to the Switch, and I was like, what? They're really going to do that? All right, so that's the old man picture. And this is the man picture. Nightbot. Why is the Nightbot getting up? Post all the links you want. Don't worry about Nightbot. Ice, you can allow any of that Nightbot automatically knocks down. Yeah, Nightbot, he's a testy robot. I attribute it to not enough coffee in his system. But yeah, post all the links you want. I thought we fixed Nightbot. So that's a triangle on the man. So what we're looking to do, what we're trying to do, okay, we don't have the key for that. Oh, and the typewriter. I want to know what to do with the typewriter. Here's the lockbox, okay? And yeah, there is a Kickstarter link. There you go. So first was this. And then this. Then the triangle. And then was it the square? Yes. So we're in. An escape room themed ending. Now, I've never done an escape room in real life. This is probably the closest I'll ever come. So we got a Walkman jam out. We have a very ornate looking key. And we have a note of some kind. I did find that was interesting. I watched some of the other videos. People were talking about the Super Nintendo mouse being used. I was unaware of that. And I do have one. I don't have an adapter to use it, though, but that is really neat. Jim, that is cool, dude. I'm just glad you stopped by. Check out the recap if you get time. QBs has joined us. Welcome, QBs. How long is the average time to complete it? Now, I could see some speed run. This would be an interesting game to speed run, even if you knew everything, because you'd have to quickly, you know, navigate everything. And then remember the order of the codes and stuff when you saw them. They were already getting ideas here. Already getting ideas. It's like Saw 2, but without the gore. Yeah, see, it's family friendly. Family friendly. Alright, so here is the desk drawer, and we've got a key. Now, what I'm wondering is if I can use this key to open something different, because I'm pretty sure it opened that. But we've got more than one thing with a keyhole here. Can we open this with the key? And is that good? Average time is hard to answer. I can beat it in 10 minutes, but I've played it 5,000 times. The time to beat is 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And in 7 seconds, I am officially no longer in the running for that. But that's okay. It's my first time. Alright, so, you know, there again, does this key fit this hole? No. So if it fits a specific hole. I know that it goes in this one, but I was just wondering. We got the phone, too. I am going for the record. I don't hold many speedrun challenges that I can... You know, I can speedrun Double Dragon pretty good. I can speedrun Bionic Commando very well. But I do some weird ones. So in this, we have what looks like an extension cord. One of my favorite NES games of all time is Deja Vu. That's a good one to bring up. That's one I didn't think about when I was thinking about these kind of games. SNEStalgia is here. Welcome, SNES. You know, this game actually reminded me a little bit of Spy vs. Spy, too. I know they're really in no way similar, but just in the going from colored room to colored room and pulling things out of things, for some reason it made me think of that. We used to play the crap out of Spy vs. Spy and really throw caution to the wind and just fight most of the time, but it was fun to go around and try to find where all the stuff was hidden, how it would almost procedurally generate like that. I still hold the world record for my Indian bases loaded, too. Alright, so, you know, we have these great items. We're like the dog that caught the car. Now that we have it, what are we going to do with it? We need to find something that needs plugging in. John Rogers is here. Welcome, JR. Just got the notification. Better late than never. So glad to have you here. Make sure that you drop a like. Maniac Mansion and Nightshade are two of my favorite games ever. Indeed, indeed. You've been known to pick up a Nightshade or two out there. So we've got the typewriter. I don't know what to type, though. I mean, you can type whatever you want, obviously. But not just anything is going to work. And I thought about taking this piece of paper. I didn't mean to hit that, but happy little accident. Yeah, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't think we can blow dry it. We certainly don't need to plug it in, so I may be peeing up a rope here. But again, that's why you guys are here. That's why you guys are here. You guys have got to help me come up with some ideas. The weird typewriter glitch is fixed in the final version. Don't worry. Well, I have no fear. Now, I do see a light switch here. Or an electric socket. The question is, what will we be plugging in? Oh, look at this. There's a wizard. I like to think it's a wizard. Does this tell us anything about the wizard? Anybody has any ideas, please shoot it out there. And the Gettysburg Address would be okay to type, but it would eat up a lot of our time. Alright, moving along then. Can we get into the bottom of that? No. I don't think we can get in that yet. Oh, we have bookshelves. I like the gradient shading in the pixels. Definitely. It's got a great look to it. Look at these symbols. I would like to know what's on this paper. So obviously we have to have these pulled out in a specific order, and we don't know what that order is. Unless we pull them all out. Graphics were done by John Piornik. He had never done pixel art before. Interesting. My daughter is a whiz at pixel art. She's got one of them high dollar iPads, and she goes to town on that. She's studying animation and stuff. I'm sure she's going to end up getting into something like this. And my nephews are trying to get into it too. Programming at really basic levels and stuff. I mean, they're not doing anything tremendous yet, but it's neat to see young people want to get into game production. Especially when they already play so many, they could save me some money if they could make some. Alright, so we're back in this room again. Yeah, it looks fantastic. What can we plug in? Okay, so we gotta, okay, I think I just figured something out. Yes, zodiac signs, not in any particular order. What if we take the hairdryer and plug in that, look at that. Now we're making some headway. We've got the hairdryer. We've got a plug. I wasn't even thinking we put 2 and 2 together there. We've officially plugged in the hairdryer. But what are we going to hair dry? As far as I know, we don't have hair. Or maybe we do. Oh, look at that! Okay, so the hair dryer melted the statue. We have another key. Now we're moving. This would be a good time to tell anybody, if you don't want spoilers on this game, maybe you've seen enough, although I hope you'll stay around for the whole thing. But here's the thing. You're not going to remember everything you see here. And I think we've already assessed that there's speedrunning to be done here. So that is always something that's intrigued me, is speedrunning, no death runs, 1 credit clears. Alright, so we have a key. It's ball game. Game on. We opened that already. Oh, and this is cool. There's a piano. There's a piano. Anyway, moving right along. It was Colonel Mustard in the observatory with the, I'm going to say candlestick. I think you're close. Colonel Mustard doesn't favor the revolver, though. Contrary to his military ranking. I miss going to the barber. Well, JR, I can always count on you to stop by, my friend, and it is always great to have you here. Make sure you drop a like on the way out, and thank you once again for being the coolest part of the MC Mer Show. We got this key, and it must open this, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, so if you start to look like Bozo, there's your gig. You can do parties. Quit your job and stay longer. JR is going to lurk, so that's cool. Okay, I remember this from the pictures. Or from the trailer, or somewhere I saw it. Oh, I remember this was what I first saw when I was looking at the game. We were talking about this on social media, and I said that slide puzzles frighten me to death. And they do. Oh, I love Bozo. I used to watch the Bozo show every morning. Yeah, the faces. We got to figure out something to do with that. We're going to figure this out. Kevin, what are your favorite games? We discussed some of the types that you'd made, but yeah, throw them out there. Are you trying to say my YouTube... Honestly, if you turn into a clown, though, Ice, you might actually have something even more marketable. I think you may have just stumbled on your calling. I don't have the hair for it. It is clear that I am not a master of this. Okay, so you can move it around like that. My favorite games are all over the place. The original Zelda, Final Fantasy 13, Space Quest 5, Leisure Suit Larry. Space Quest was so great. Okay, we got to get serious here. Marble Madness. And that's a fun one to speedrun, but yeah, love me some Marble Madness. I think we want to move these up. I think. Space Quest was a riot. I loved on the first Space Quest playing the one-armed bandit in the bar on the planet. And everybody loved O-Rat. I want an O-Rat t-shirt. I'm sure nobody makes one, but I want him dribbling the dude as a basketball. O-Rat was he was a character I really connected with. Too bad you had to kill him. I am not doing well here. Okay, here we go. Oh, geez, this puzzle. Good luck, man. EC is in the house. Welcome, EC. I believe EC is tangled with this game a little bit. He might be of help. I think we need to get this here. Boom, 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 boom. No. Or maybe. Oh, God, I'm messing up all the progress I've made. Dr. Josh, the real gamer, welcome to TNL. Fantastic to have you guys here. You can watch how bad I am at solving this puzzle, which has got to be the best part of what's going on this evening. Oh, I'm not going to be able to stop till I finish this. I told you these things are... I wasn't kidding. I probably sounded like I was kidding, but I'm not kidding. You get handed one of these things at Chuck E. Cheese, you're going to have nightmares about it the rest of your life. Alright. We got to think about this logically. Logically as in we are going to die if we can't get this done. Got to get that over there. Can we just take a moment and bask in the glory of the beat? Yeah, see, that's the thing. Captain just really said it. That's hitting the nail on the head. It looks like these guys are doing a little bit of, you know, a little bit of everything. You know, there's a lot of different types of games for sale on the site. But just the fact that we're making NES games, homebrews, I got to tell you, because this cartridge, you know, I'm always used to cleaning my cartridges and easing them in there. And I got a pretty clean NES with a nice receptacle. But... and I'm losing focus because I'm talking again. That's probably not a good thing. But, yes. Went right in, fired right up. You don't get that with cartridges all that often. So, very cool. What have I done? I think I know what I'm doing, but I probably don't. Netscape or Nescafe are the two things you will see most when you Google this, but don't fear. You will be able to find something on it if you persist. Nescafe. I probably could use some coffee because I am not... Look at what I've done. I had this great thing going. We may have to come back to this one. I'm not getting the puzzle. And time's ticking, so... We have the piggy bank. And I don't know what to do. Gotta navigate. Yeah, that's one I could... But that's one of those things that, you know, keep your brain sharp, you know? I will really feel like I've accomplished something if and when I finally solve that puzzle. And then, you know, that's another variant in the speedrun aspect. If you're going to speedrun this game, you're not going to remember how you did that one, I wouldn't think. Yeah, slider puzzles have got a certain sinister quality to them. I'm wondering what this piece of paper is. It's like 3 squares on a piece of paper. And we've got this Walkman. Dan B. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to end up back at the puzzle. I was wondering if this piece of paper might have had the phone number on it that we need. No change in the slot, so no chance of getting a fresh Coca-Cola. I was so sure that there would be something on the piece of paper that we would have. Maybe we could throw it away. No. I was so sure we could take the piece of paper and do something on the typewriter with it. But there does not appear. Oh, you know, if you watch the, I don't know if you can see it in the review or not. I'm not sure how long the phone was on the screen, but yes, Jenny's phone number was the first thing I called. Nobody answered. My call was not immediately accepted. Oh, look at this. There's one more keyhole. Right, what can we do? Maybe if we throw this clue away. Well, I mean, thinking logically, what else can we do with it? Alright, so we got a Walkman, right? We could jam to the Walkman, and then it wants us to play the jam on the piano. Or not. And we haven't opened that yet. I want to know what's on that dadgum piece of paper. It feels like we're not going to get any further until we just solve that puzzle. Is there a chance that this piece of paper has the clue to this on it? Is anyone drinking Nescafe while playing Netscape? We need everyone who is currently doing that. Anyone who is currently doing that or has done it in the past. Please comment and let us know. I made a lot of different words here, but I'm guessing there's only one way to go. I keep thinking about where we got stuck in this. Got to get back to it soon. And I realize there's hints, but I don't want to use those. That would really take the satisfaction out of it if I had to tap out. Alright, puzzle. Coming for you. It was in this thing, wasn't it? Yep. Oh, did it start it over? Does it start the puzzle over if you leave the puzzle? I think it started the puzzle over. Which, I don't know, that might be a good thing. Yes, okay. That's a yes. Again, maybe a good thing. We probably need a fresh start here. Try to work from the top down on this thing. Pretty sure that's going to be the top of it. What is happening, YouTube? Back in the day, Gamer has joined us. The biggest guns, not these, the biggest guns in the retro gaming business. Welcome, Big T. Great to have you in tonight's Tuesday night live stream of Netscape. I'm calling it Netscape. Netscape on the Nintendo Entertainment System. For those of you just joining us, the brains behind this creation, Kevin Hanley, is here in the chat with us. So any questions you have for him about this or upcoming or pre-existing products, make sure you direct them to him while we are here. Now is the time to find out what you want to know. Alright, I'm just trying to get my bearings here. We want that there. We want this here. Then boom. Then boom. Then boom. No, what am I doing? That's the wrong one. Dadgummit, I'm doing the wrong one. Okay, calm down. I'm doing the wrong one, but it's okay. Okay, and then boom. Then boom. Then boom. No. Dadgummit, that's not going to do it. And that needs to be there. Try up, up, down. Up, up, down, down, left, right, may get it. And if it does, I'll be forever in your debt. We're going the wrong way with this, obviously. Alright, this is starting to look like something. Yeah, you know that's got to be the phone number. Maybe I wanted that? No. Because that would put that there. Do one row at a time. Just focus on the top 3 pieces and ignore everything else. I think I can do that. Cabot, you are quite astute. That is exactly what it is. Gaming ain't easy. Welcome, GAE. The man who asks, what does he ask? He says, keep it or sell it? It's one of those, I don't know. Great concept. He shows you the games, you decide what he does with them. Watched a little of that last night. So welcome to TNL, buddy. We're going to do what Kevin says here. We're going to focus on the top, assuming that that really was the top. And that we had that right to begin with, because I think we did. It feels like we're getting close. It feels like we're getting close. We just got to get that one piece up there. Okay. Don't ever touch those top 3 pieces again. Okay. So I've ruined what I've done. Going back. And I felt like I was so close there. And I think I was. Alright, so we're not going to touch those 3 pieces again. Con probably stands for K. You know, I didn't even pick up on that. I was wondering, but I immediately also thought Star Trek too. But that makes more sense the way you said it. Captain Algebra has joined us. Welcome, Captain A, to Tuesday Night Live Stream. We have 2 captains on the bridge this evening. We're officially overstaffed. We're going to get this puzzle, though, I'm telling you, because we now know not to ever touch those 3 pieces again. Oh my god, I'm making this so much worse. Did people cancel after they saw this? I was ready to face my fear of slide puzzles, albeit it's an irrational one, and I have to get over that if I want to enjoy it. Now this puts hair on your chest right here. Separates the men from the boys. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Maybe the light's in here, but I'm sweating. Okay. We've got the 3. We know we can't touch the top 3 ever again. I understand that. I wanted that there. That's it. This thing's going down right now. It's going down. Right now it's going down. Okay. No. Yes, that goes there. What am I talking about? Oh my goodness. Winner gets a complete impossible Samson. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to be scoring that today. Oh my god, I felt like I was homing in on it there for a minute. Now I can do 7x7 slide puzzles in 8 minutes. I don't doubt that. A sealed little Sammy for 10K. I'm sure somebody would pay that, but it wouldn't be this guy. God almighty. Of course, I mean, where else would you find one if you wanted one, but... I promised that I would not touch the top 3 again. I plan to make good on that promise. It's almost like you have to somehow do figure 8 moves with the pieces. Yeah? You could be very right about that. I want to seal little Samson just to break the seal. And that would be an amazing video, though. You would probably break the internet if you live streamed yourself opening a little Samson sealed. At least by all rights you should. Okay. Oh my god. I don't want to move any of those pieces. I've got a sealed Zelda 4 Swords on GameCube that I scavenged and paid nothing for it. So I mean, I'm not ready to play it yet, so I haven't opened it because it's like the peace of knowing that it is there and it is sealed. I'm not saying I never will open it because I don't disagree that, you know, you should enjoy a game, but I used to have a small slide puzzle toys as a kid. Well, then you can help me out here. They pissed me off and I bought the pieces out and well, I don't have that option here. We're playing the digital edition. Alright. Okay, that, Alright, we're literally one piece away, okay? It also can't be a coincidence that there are masks like this on the wall in that one room. Am I right? Please tell me I'm right. Oh, too late. I must have messed something up then. I'm thinking before I make my next move. Okay. No, we're in this for the long haul, man. We got to do it. We got to man up. We can do it. It really does feel like we're close, but yet so far away. I put this in the game early so you could get it over with. I could see that. Alright, we need this back over here, and we're just so far away from doing it. You need your bottom two right up. You need your bottom two right side up 2 spots. Like that? I did almost have it, didn't I? I just keep going back and forth here. QB says, Kevin, is there enough audience for homebrew games? That's a good question. I mean, as far as getting the perspective from somebody that's actually making and putting these out, I know I'm extremely interested in them. But I get into some wild stuff. And have plenty of time to learn it and not have too much to repeat if you fail. Well-placed puzzle. Your bottom left, right. Your bottom left right now should be bottom middle. Okay. Yes. It should. I just don't know how to get it there without messing everything else up. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Captain Nate says there are some great homebrew games, but I have such a hard time spending the money on them when I can just buy an original game. I guess it depends on what you got going, because... And that's the thing we do. We have these humongous collections that the burden's on us to complete this, but it's interesting to see the perspective of somebody making homebrews, knowing what we know, what we've learned from back then, you know, and you can take those properties, you know, the platforms or puzzles or whatever, and you know, it's all, you know, we said back in the day things like, oh, you know what I would have done with this game, or what I wish this game had. And if you're making those games, you literally get the chance to do that. I imagine there's got to be something very satisfying about doing that in this day and age with games of this type. Figure 8s with the bottom 6. Yeah, I can see it. I just don't know how to get it there. Yeah, I've done a lot of brew streaming myself in the day, and like I was saying before, not all of them are complete. Some of them are great concepts, and some of them are really well done. But then again, just about everything I've seen is off some property that's already owned. That somebody just did a ROM hack or something like that. Whereas this being its own thing, it's neat to see what people are coming up with, and there's been a huge resurgence of people wanting to play games that look like this. I mean, most of the Switch eShop has games that look like 8 and 16-bit titles, you know, to thank just for being viable. So, interesting. SNEStalgia is still here working on Lost Bits. I know you are, SNES. Oh my God, I can't do it. I'm fading. I suck at slide puzzles. Oh. Yeah, there's just so much to collect, dadgummit. I mean, I'm a little over probably halfway for the complete NES library as far as licensed, and I've got some unlicensed too. But yeah, it's a daunting task. Kind of like this slide puzzle. I can't beat the slide puzzle. I'm getting my butt kicked. Slide puzzle. Can't do it. Oh my goodness. Tyler Mason is here. Welcome, Trident. You are here to help us solve this slide puzzle. Whoa, I'm halfway there. If you're just joining us, we're playing Netscape. We have the designer of this game, Kevin Hanley, in our chat tonight for Q&A. If you have any questions about this game or other ones that he's got going on, now is the time to ask. Links to purchase those in the description of this video. And Captain Retro says, knew we just scared the kids, telling them to go into the bathroom, lights out, turn to the mirror, and say Shimon 3 times. Well, he would have... Shimon. Shimon. Goodness gracious. This is just... I'm dying here. I did it! No wonder we couldn't play the Walkman. There's no tape. We have the tape. We have the other piece of the puzzle. Things are happening. Nintendo eShop, where you can go and pay $49.99 for a 6-year. Well, that's another video too. Another video altogether. Why digital sales don't keep up with physical. Try to wouldn't be scared. Captain says, my problem with collecting is I don't have a set goal. I collect, yeah, same here. You know, I want a complete collection I want a complete collection of anything I can get. But if I don't get it, you know, I'm just going at my pace. Scavenging what I scavenge. I would assume we put the tape in the tape deck. I would assume we put this piece of paper with the other piece. There we go. I'm telling you, man, that was a challenge. Yeah, Dead Cells isn't. I would like to try that. Captain says associated with the digital game costs the same amount as the physical. Yeah, you know, and since it's all profit, you wonder why they can't keep up with publisher sales, and it never does. It just never does. Again, that's a whole other, that's a podcast topic right there. Wild Boy says, can't stay, stop by to give you a view. Wild Boy, I appreciate you being there, buddy. Drop us a like. Always glad to have you on the scene, my friend. And now that we have this fantastic thing, what do we do with it? It's like, does that go in the piano? Is that like the player piano? It looks like one of those things that goes through like a player piano reel. Is that what we do? We put it in there? No? Okay. Can you put the paper in the typewriter? Or yeah, that's what I'm thinking, LC. Let's try it. I mean, it's paper. I don't know what else to do with it. The color on this keeps changing. Am I tripping? I believe that was purple last time. Trying, I can only imagine. It won't go in. Alright, so we may be barking up the wrong tree there. I have an idea. We can throw the paper away now. What about the lime and the coconut? I don't know, man. We're on to something. I know we're on to something. What else could this do? And again, there's those faces. We just did that puzzle. I'm going to wake up screaming thinking about them tonight. We only have 9 minutes left before we're dead. I mean, are they like... Is that the number? Is it like dice? Like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5? I don't know. We got to find something to do with the tape deck, right? There's got to be something to do with the tape deck. Or yeah, they could be dominoes. I'm imagining that's the escape. No, I probably wouldn't survive in an escape room challenge. I would just get frustrated and pass out. If those are dominoes, then I can, what are we looking at, 4 and 7? I swear the piano has to be where you listen to a song, right? But these two things aren't doing anything with one another. Or maybe we're just not where we need to be for them to do something with one another, but it's not doing anything. Technically, if they have to remove you on a stretcher, you have successfully escaped the room. That's true. So in the end, you absolutely must win. Even if you're bloated blue and smelling weird, you still win. This can't have anything to do with this, I don't think. Hit the Walkman, then the cassette. I did that and just didn't do anything. What's that gray rectangle above the piano keys? You know, that didn't do anything that I know of. It didn't, the cursor didn't react when I highlighted it. I might very well die. Hand me a slide puzzle. I may not make it out. Alright, so what we know, okay? We used the flashlight already. I don't know if that comes into play again. We got a tape and a tape deck that seemingly won't do anything. We got a set of dominoes. I feel like we really did something. Oh, wait a minute. This has to do with the clock, doesn't it? Can you put the tape in it? It doesn't seem like it. I click on one and then the other, and they don't interact like the other items have, like when we did the extension cord with the hairdryer. But is this telling us what time it is? 4-7? 7:04? 4:07? Or the little hand on the 4, big hand on the 7? We gotta try that. Kevin's not gonna tell us if we're barking up the wrong tree, because no spoilers. And see, I knew we wouldn't get all the way through this, you know, in this stream, so while you may have seen how to solve a few things, you're not going to be able to figure out that slide puzzle just by watching this, I wouldn't think. And there's still going to be plenty for you to solve if you go and get this on your own. Try the tape on the piano. Okay, yeah, I can do that. 4... No, I didn't want it to go around again. Your big hand is all. It is now, isn't it? And now the other one is. Yeah, I don't want spoilers. I really don't, because honestly, you've gotten to see a nice piece of the game so far, but it's okay if you don't see too much more of it here. You have the gist of it. You know what you're up against. You know if this is your kind of game or not, or if this would be something you'd be into. You know, most importantly, where you can go to get a copy. And that was the purpose of tonight. So, yeah, get good, bruh. That did not work. We'll try that one on the 7. I'm back. Crazy Story said hi in the chat right then. The plant hook rips out a single falls under the keyboard and buries it in dirt. I posted pics on Facebook and Twitter. It sounds like back in the day, Gamer might have inadvertently solved a puzzle at his own place. There's so much cool stuff later in the game. I'm totally interested to keep doing this until I figure it all out. My clock theory was off. We're going back to JR and Lucky's theory about the tape and the piano. Don't know if that'll work, but tape. I mean, the tape and the Walkman have to do something. The music stopped. Oh, it's because I touched the piano. God bless America. There's got to be something. Alright, well. Tape. 6 inches of dirt buried my keyboard and phone. That sucks. Could the dominoes refer to piano notes? I mean, I guess they could, but they're not on a staff or anything, and that would be awfully tough if someone didn't know how to read music. Krillin64 is here. Welcome, Krillin. Does the I cursor refer to the 7th guest? That's a good question. Might be a subtle nod. Then the music stopped and everything got quiet. No, Uncle Strange is here. Welcome, Unc. That's exactly where the I see. There you go. Cool. Cool nods, man. It's all about the nods. Maybe if I crumple up this and put it in the paper. Gotta go eat dinner and watch She-Ra with the family. I've been there. Molly and I marathoned all the Masters of the Universe and She-Ra stuff when she was little. Wouldn't mind doing it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to figure out what in God's name to do with the items that we have. I am frightened. I am scared. And you know, the most scary part is because, although we've talked a little about the game, Kevin and I don't know what happens when the time runs out. A flesh-eating zombie may come out and just rip us to shreds. Yeah, EC, thank you so much for coming out, my friend. Great to have you here. We may absolutely be devoured by demons. He's talking about new She-Ra. Okay, I'm in. How's Mer Nation tonight? Mer Nation has 1 minute and 42 seconds left. Or for all we know, something's going to bust down that door and finish us off. I'm frightened. EC, thanks for coming out, bud. We are going to die, yes, because we have 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I'm waiting for some ideas, but I'm not hearing anything. And I don't have any myself at this moment. I've got to figure out what to do. We've put this together. That's great. Doesn't tell me anything, though. At the end of the time, Duck Hunt Dog comes out and laughs at you. That would be an epic finish. I could get on board with that. I'm glad you did too, Unc, even if it's only for the last 53 seconds of my life. 51. 50. That was a good album. Can I use this on the phone? Is this a phone? Is this somebody's phone number in some way? I mean, they have to be Domino's, right? Am I looking at that right? It's got to be Domino's. I don't know what else they would be. 22 seconds. The room will go up in flames with us in it. Anybody have a preference on which room we die in? Probably by the door. So if I start to stink, somebody will at least smell me and put me in my proper burial. So the death is left up to your imagination. We've been spared from having to watch the gore fest that ensued at the moment that timer went down. Too late, JR, we're dead. Dial the phone with the domino numbers. I would think, but then it's like, is that like 4447777 or I don't know. Sorry, nothing happens. I put too many puzzles in and ran out of graphic space. Well, the thing is you know there's got to be a sequel. And in the sequel, maybe you take this game to an even darker place. I don't know. Just a thought. Maybe there's multiple death scenes and you don't know which one you get. Maybe you pre-order for a very special edition version that has an extra death scene that the other ones don't get on a custom colored cartridge. I don't know. Thinking a mile a minute here. All in all, though, back to the core. Back to the center of what we're here to talk about today. We're talking about Netscape, and I think what we've done here is get a really good look at it without taking too much of a look at it. I by no means have solved this game for you. Netscape 2, Netscape Harder, Netscape from Alcatraz, Netscape from so many other different things you could do. I mean, the possibilities are boundless, endless. So you have a little taste test here of what's going on. You got a teaser, an appetizer. but you may have to go get your own copy and try your hand at it, and then you can hit me up in a future stream and let me know what a dummy I was for not figuring all this out myself. But I intend to continue playing this over time and trying to solve it. I don't want to look at cheat codes. This is good to keep the old brain fresh. We got a great look at this, and I hope that you liked what you saw here today. I want to thank Kevin Hanley for the opportunity to review this game on the show, and for being here tonight on the stream with us, Kevin, the Q&A. We love doing that here on the MC Mer Show. New game comes out. There's always stuff to talk about. Could have been binary code. We need to wrap that up and mail it to about 5 minutes ago, but we still would have died anyway because we had so much more to do. But, yeah, this was a fantastic opportunity and a neat thing to do for TNL. So glad we could take a look at that. Again, the information, if you need it, is in the description of this video. You can check out this and other things from Con Games. And I plan to do that myself because I'm a homebrew kind of guy. And there's just something, and we talked about this, about putting a fresh, never used NES cart into your old NES in 2019 and it firing right out without blowing in it alcohol, Q-tips, and the like. Just fantastic. So I look forward to future things from this great designer. Really enjoyed taking a look at this. I will admit the slide puzzle slapped me around, but we did get through it. I'm over my fear of slide puzzles. This was monumental. Mark this on your calendar. This is a big move for me. I hope everybody's going to like this video. I hope that if you're watching this now, or that if you drop in for the recap later on in the show, that you're going to drop a like on this video. Most importantly, if you have not already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the MC Mer Show. Be a part of our nation. We're rising about the fantastic things that we do right here on the MC Mer Show. You need to be over here. Make sure that you smack that notification bell. Ooh, that was a loud one. So you're always the first to know when new content goes live. That was the one heard round the world. The whole platform woke up when I did that. Nightbot. Nightbot just doesn't give up, does he? Post all the links you want. We don't mind. But so you're always first to know when new content goes live, because you know that I love making it for you. Fantastic stuff. Appreciate all the support from you guys on the show. Had a great time looking at this. And there's all kind of great things coming your way on the show. Fantastic new episodes of ongoing series that we're working on right now, coming to you in the not too distant future. And of course, lots of fantastic TNLs all throughout the year. New content. Don't feel bad, Kevin. Nightbot hates everybody. He really doesn't even like me, but he just shows up because he's a paid sponsor and participant. Yeah, Nightbot's got an attitude. We have yet to adjust him, but fantastic time. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Hey, and go check out Netscape. Get yourself a copy and have fun with it. And better luck to you on the slide puzzle than what I had. MC Mer signing off for this fantabulous TNL, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.